In the book of Genesis, we see that God established 4 governments. You've heard of self-government, learn to govern yourself. You've heard of family government. Okay, so the 4 governments that God established were self-government, family government, church government, and then last is civil government. The church government had to do with the means by which God was worshiped, okay? The rules of worship. And then, of course, our redemption. When Adam and Eve fell, God made the promise of the seed of the woman crushing the head of the seed of the serpent. So we see in seed form the 4 governments. And then as the scriptures go forward and as time elapses, first with Judaism and then with Christianity, we see the 4 governments established. All 4 of these governments are under the reign and the government of God. They are not autonomous, all right? They do not get to, family government doesn't get to say, well, I think family should be 3 men in a tree, okay? Civil government does not have the right to say, we own all of the air and all of the water and all of the land, and like Pharaoh move people around, or like Karl Marx strip away private property. No. As you read the books of the law, the 5 golden rings of the 12 days of Christmas, as you read the 5 books of the law, you see great detail given to land ownership and to how government elders in the gate are picked, how judges in the gate are picked, and how those elders are to govern and how those judges are to judge based upon the laws of God. Okay? There's people that say, well, you want a theocracy. No. Listen to me. The world is a theocracy. It already is a theocracy. What does the word theocracy mean? It means God rules. Well, I have a hot flash for you. God rules. He's not a whimpering 7-year-old over in the corner. He is the ruler of the universe. People say, well, then why do bad things happen? The authority of God, the rulership, the sovereignty of God, if you will, is displayed ultimately in his ability to bring everyone before his judgment seat. Conceptually, the United States is a sovereign nation. Let me make an example. So there are people who break the laws, right? They say to Uncle Sam, we don't care about you, we'll do what we want. And the long arm of the law, usually, not always, but usually gets them. And then those people are brought and before a judge and justice is served, okay? So the sovereignty of the United States of America is not displayed in its ability to force every living human being to obey every law. The sovereignty of the United States is displayed in its ability to bring people before its judgment seat, if you will. Okay? So the sovereignty of God is displayed in A, he is the ruler of the universe. B, he gave us his laws. C, he has punishments and rewards inherent in the keeping or breaking of those laws, right? But then D, ultimately, he can and he will bring every living soul before his judgment seat. Thus is his sovereignty displayed. Okay? Now, between now and that day, God is still the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the sovereign of the universe. And he has given his laws. He's given laws on how a family is to govern itself with family government. He's given laws on how individuals are to govern their behavior with self-government. Is there a law against laziness? A civil law? No. It's a sin to be lazy, but it's not a crime. Is there a law on the books against covetousness or greed? No. He's going to serve 5 to 10 years for covetousness. No. It's a sin, but it's not a crime. So God has given these various laws for self-government some of which are for internal governing of behavior or bodily behavior, but they're not criminal acts. I've got to take a break. I'll be right back. Stay with me. Please stay with me.